Well, he needs more help. I'm agreeing with that. You need to layer some more talent around him.
It's not like he's throwing to guys and they're dropping it. Or, I mean, maybe Dontrell Onion doesn't get open, but, I think the other guys that are open, he's just not hitting them. I mean, you can't deny that.
And even when he hits them, it's not accurate. You can't deny. Look, there are all of these sites now that do these analytics, and I can't remember the exact site. It wasn't PFF that does ball accuracy, where they look at every throw, even completions, and he was dead last. Dead last in accuracy. Not just the completion percentage, because that can be, look, if you have a bunch of drops, it whores you, or receivers can bail you out. They'd look at actual accuracy on the balls, and he was last.
And here's the thing. We've had inaccurate quarterbacks, quarterbacks in their 50s that have grown, but those guys have something else special that keeps them going. Lamar Jackson, great example. Josh Allen, great example. Their legs make them special. Dwayne doesn't have that. He just has the arm, the strong arm.
Yeah.
And he seems like a nice, smart kid and all of that. But he doesn't. If the accuracy's not there, there's literally nothing else he can rely on.
By the way, people keep bringing up Josh Allen. I'm a little frustrated by the comparison. All right, in year one he was bad.
That's what you're comparing him to.
But it's year two for Haskins, and in year two for Josh Allen, he led a 10-16 with 20 touchdowns and 9 picks.
Well, that's the comparison. The growth from year one to year two.
But Haskins isn't even close to projecting out like that.
No, but you have to remember Josh Allen last year also had a bunch of rushing touchdowns.
Right.
That's what made him special. But, JP, I'm still kind of considering this like Josh Allen's first year. Like, this is still like his first 16 games, right? So even though it's his second year,
that's fair.
He had modest experience last year.
Right, but my point is,
with a different staff.
Look, there's time. He still has 12 games, right? What I'm saying is that Josh Allen, as a second-year player, and Haskins is a second-year player, and I understand all that context. He didn't play much in collge, and he left after, he left early.
But even in the second year, he doesn't have as much as Allen had in his first year.
Allen had a team that got to the playoffs, all right? And I know the quarterback. And as Jason mentioned, he had 9 rushing touchdowns on top of the 20 passing touchdowns with just 9 picks.
Well, that's why I'm comparing him. I'm saying he doesn't have that element.
He's never going to have 9 rushing touchdowns.
Well,
he might have 2.
But he also doesn't have the passing success that Josh Allen had.
Yeah, but Allen was not an accurate passer last year.
Understood, but the touchdown-interception ratio was far more impressive.
Yeah, I mean, it was, but he was completing 58%. I mean, you could have easily killed Allen last year by saying he can't hit anybody. But the fact that he had 9 rushing touchdowns, so he had 29 total touchdowns, I mean, that's big. That's why they were 10-6.
And he had several games where his quarterback rating was over 100.
You got a different guy.
But Allen in his first year played in 12 games, started 11.
I understand he had more.
He had more reps.
I just don't. I don't love that whole argument. Well, he just has 12, 13. He's a second-year player.
Well, how many games did Haskins play last year?
He started 7.
Yeah, he played 9 total.
All right. Well, I think everyone draws the comparison to Allen, and if you want to keep that up, then let's be fair, because after week 4 of last season, Josh Allen threw for 17 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. So if you're waiting for Haskins to excel and get a lot better, let's get going.
Now's the time.
I agree.
Well, he may not. He may not excel.
He might not.
So we can call it a wash before that.
What do you mean by
it's time to put up or shut up.
He's got to start showing something.
What do you mean by 17-3? What do you mean by he put up 17 touchdowns with just 3 picks?
After he threw 3 touchdown passes in the first 4 weeks and
then
6 interceptions.
17 on that. Yeah.
Yeah, he exploded after the first quarter of the season. We're a quarter of the way through, and it's time for Haskins to go.
Correct.